Hi everyone, welcome to this week's vlog. It's Thursday today and I didn't vlog yesterday because last week's vlog was going up and it took all day to upload because it was quite a long one. So what did I do yesterday? Oh, it was my Spanish lesson. We went down to the town hall in the morning, so we had some taxes to pay, and then I went to my Spanish lesson, and which was really good actually, and then I met up with a friend Hayley, had a coffee with her, came home, had lunch, went round to Paula's, had a cup of tea with her, went swimming, made dinner, made a really nice stir fry actually. This morning I'm having a savoury breakfast. I want to start a couple of times a week having savoury breakfast, because although the breakfast that I'm having is really nice and it is fairly healthy, it's quite sugary. So, you know, the yoghurt's got sugar in, or the granola's got sugar in. Obviously the fruit has natural sugar in. I do have seeds and protein with it, but even so, I just want to, a couple of times a week, have a savoury breakfast. And then I also forgot last week to weigh myself. So I did it yesterday, but I did it in the afternoon. So, and I'd still lost a pound actually. So I was quite pleased with that. Although it's not a true reading, because I normally weigh myself in the morning as soon as I get up. Today we're going to go to, we need to go to the Correos because I've got another Temu parcel which needs collecting. Which I will show you, and then we are going to go and meet some friends for lunch. They live in Villaverde, but we're going to meet them just the other side of Rosario, so I'm hoping as well that we can call into Audi today, and we've also got time to do a walk and perhaps even go to Hyperdino, and I need to get some more compost, so it's going to be busy today. Thanks for all the comments on the last weekly vlogs, really kind of everybody. We're here at Fuerteventura and we're going to have a walk before we meet up with our friends. We had a great time with our friends. I would really recommend that restaurant actually, it was lush. I'll put a few pictures up. We got all different tapas dishes. My favourite was the aubergine, which had, it must have had a little bit of a coating on it, but I think it was literally just dipped in a tiniest bit of flour, because it wasn't battered or anything like that, but it was so delicious. What else did we get? We had croquettes, we had aubergine, we had cheese. I can't remember now, but it was really nice. It was good quality food, I have to say. The service was good, reasonably priced, and right next to the sea. So yeah, that was divine. I'm just sitting in Lidl car park because we just got some compost, and Martin's just popped to get some more nails or screws or something for the decking that he's doing, because tomorrow we need to kind of get on with our jobs. But I just thought I'd quickly show you what I got in my Temu order. I got another little one of these little purse things which I use to keep my craft projects in. I've already got one actually, and I use that to keep my bracelet making stuff in. But the actual reason that I did this Temu order was because I wanted to get some of these tools, and these are actually for jewellery making. These ones are used to like pinch things, so the little rings that you use for making necklaces and bracelets and stuff, you can open them and you can pinch them. These ones are for picking, you know, for picking things up. Well, I don't know what they're supposed to be for, but this is what I use them for. And this one is a little cutting tool, and I haven't seen these anywhere here. I used to have some of these. I think I gave them to my niece many years ago, but I really used to enjoy jewellery making, and I thought, I've seen like the beads and things over here in some of the shops, so I thought if I had the tools I could give that a go. I don't know when I'm going to do all these things, but you know, the best laid plans and all that. And then, that was my phone, I also got just some little charms for jewellery making. I don't know if you can really see them. They're all, I think there's about 20 in there. Then randomly I got these 3 little stick-on cable tidies, because I'm fed up with all the cables draping everywhere when we're charging things, so they might come in handy. What else did I get? So random. These are stencils. Now these are actually much bigger than I thought they were going to be, but that's fine, and I'll probably use them to start with, maybe on plant pots. I was thinking they're all like different sun and moons and kind of whimsical things, dream catchers and things like that. But also maybe if I get good enough I might do some on some of the furniture. We'll see. That's, Martin and I were talking about it. We're not sure, but it's a possibility. Then I got another, just a headband thing. I thought this was quite nice actually. Nice green coloured one. I also got, most of the stuff I'm getting from Temu, to be fair, is for crafting. This is like a jute string that's got little leaves on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I really liked it. And then in this cardboard box I got this, which is a plastic thing that you use to, so it sits in the drawer, and each section is to keep your leads. Again, I was obviously annoyed with all the charging leads when I did this Temu order. So you curl up each lead into each thing, so you know it'll keep them all tidy and organised, because it drives me mad. We've got all the phone chargers and the Kindle charger and the iPad chargers and the camera, and you know they're all just kind of dumped in a drawer, so I thought that would be quite good. And then last but not least, I just got this little hanging hook thing, which is to probably go in the kitchen for my tea towels to hang on, because at the moment it hangs over the oven door, but I might decide to use this somewhere else. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, there's the slightly random Temu order. We've been to Aldi. We got a few things in Aldi. I'll show you that now. This is what we got from Aldi. So this was a large pack of oats. They were on an offer. I think they were like $1.19 or something like that. I'm sorry, but I don't have the prices for everything. The hummus was on offer as well. It was 69 cents, which was good. I can't remember everything though. I can only remember those 2 prices. These are some veggie things that I've found. These are like falafel type things. And then I've also got these, like they're called broccoli escallops. I think they're going to be like the corn sort of ones, but it's soya protein, I think. I'll give them a try. Got some bananas, some dark chocolate corn cakes, a light mozzarella, some Heinz classic barbecue. That was on offer, and I think that was like €1 something, which is a real bargain for Heinz. To be fair, we like the Mercadona one, but we just thought we'd get that because it was on a bargain. A couple of things of omega-3s. Martin got some chicken sausages, some of this vintage cheddar, and some of this light cheese, and that was it. Also been to Dino, and I'll show you that now. I've got a small Hyper Dino haul for you. I can't remember the prices of each thing, but this came to, I think it was around about €12. We got 2 packets of raisins, there and there, a small packet of walnut pieces, one of these salty, they're like crunchy corn, like salty snacks. They're very delicious, probably really bad for you, but hey ho. Martin got 2 packets of the Nescafe 3-in-1, which is what he has when we take our flask out, so they're really handy. Got a packet of these, they're like crisp bread things. One of the tomato and oregano and 1 garlic one. And then this is my favourite mint tea, so I got 2 packets of it. And now we're going to head home and I'm going to make some homemade pizzas. I'm going to have mainly veg on mine and just a tiny bit of mozzarella cheese, because I'm really trying, as I keep saying, to eat mainly plant-based, by which I mean kind of vegan diet, although I don't like labelling it that. And so I'm gradually trying to really cut down on the amount of cheese that I eat, and I've kind of gone off really heavy dairy things. And by that, for me, because everybody's different, I mean things like ice cream and cheddar cheese and things like that, to me feel really, when I eat them, they feel very heavy. So I'm just going to have a little bit of mozzarella on mine, and yeah, I've got like mushrooms, peppers, onions, might put a bit of sweet corn on there. I've got courgette and then tomato, so that should be very nice. Hi everyone, it's Saturday morning now. I'm just about to go and do a Zoom call with my dad and my sister. I didn't vlog at all yesterday because we were doing housework. Martin was working on the decking in the garden. I cleaned most of the house. I didn't do the kitchen. I always leave the kitchen till last. And then it's quite a big job, isn't it, the kitchen? So I've got to do that today. I was carrying on as well with some gardening, just faffing about really with my pots, and I've got a couple of new plants as well. And I was hand sewing this carrier bag holder that I've been trying to make as well. So we didn't actually go anywhere yesterday, and obviously if you're doing a job and you're trying to film it as well, it takes twice as long. So I didn't do any vlogging, but I will vlog today. Now, I think today, to be honest, is going to be the same. I don't think we're going to go anywhere today. Just going to get on with jobs. Obviously, I just said I need to clean the kitchen. But first, I did some letter writing, which I'm really, really enjoying. I've been writing a few book reviews as well, actually, which I've enjoyed also. And after that, I went out into the sunshine with a cup of tea and managed to finish the carrier bag holder that I've been hand sewing. I'm quite excited because there's some flowers on this thing, which I don't even know what this is, to be honest, but they're pretty. And then the other day I noticed there was a little one down there which I've put some stones round, which must have just sort of self-seeded or whatever you call it. And then over here there's another one. So I want to kind of protect them a bit, because obviously we need to do something to the garden out here. But we've got some hibiscus red flowers coming, and the yellow one has got lots of flowers. So pretty. And the bougainvillea's okay as well. I don't know where the sun's gone. A bit cloudy. And this just looked like a dead sort of tree stump thing when we first moved in, but I kept watering it and now it's growing. So sorry about that slightly random tour of the back garden. I have finished, finally, let me turn around. I finally finished the carrier bag holder. Actually, let me show it to you properly. If you can hear a noise in the background, it's because Martin's sanding down wood. But this is the carrier bag holder. These are really easy to make, and I used to make them all the time with my sewing machine, but this has taken forever and I didn't decorate it much in the end. I just did a little bit of blue stitching there. But basically you just shove the carrier bags in and it just hangs up. So I'm glad I've got that finished finally. I hope they're all going to fit. I try not to buy too, I mean, it looks like we've got loads. I try not to buy too many. We do take our reusable bags to the supermarket, but I find here with friends, because we're like swapping things and borrowing things, especially books and stuff like that, carrier bags do come in really handy. So I'm going to try and put these into the carrier bag holder. And then you just, when you want one, you just pull them out the bottom, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased with that. I'm glad I persevered with the hand sewing. And actually, my friend has asked me to sew something for him. So I've got another sewing project on the go, probably next week. I still haven't cleaned the kitchen and it's nearly lunchtime, so I need to go and get on with that. Kitchen's clean, it must be lunchtime. This is some leftovers from last night's dinner, and it's a black bean chilli which I made, and we had it with wraps last night, and there was a sweet corn salsa that I made. I just mixed them together with some hummus. Delicious. I've just had a lovely chat for probably about an hour with my friend Sarah, who's my oldest friend. So that was really nice to catch up with her. And now I'm going to do a bit of gardening out in the back garden where we trimmed the hibiscus and the bougainvillea. All the bits are still on the floor, so I'm going to pick those up and just give it a bit of a tidy up, really. Yeah, this is the bit that I just want to tidy some of these up, which have fallen. That's pretty much all my jobs done for today now. I'm going to just go and get the dinner shortly. Martin's going to watch some rugby and I'll probably write some emails, I think. But I just wanted to quickly say, and I don't normally talk about things like this on my channel because I like to keep it sort of light-hearted, but I do talk about stuff like this a lot with my friends, and what I'm going to say is really simplifying it. So please, understand that this is just like a 30-second, a minute conversation. But it is the 20th of April today, and you may or may not have seen in the UK press about the protests that are going on in the Canary Islands. And I don't watch kind of mainstream news in the UK or here. I like to do my own research about things because I believe that a lot of the news channels just tell you what they want you to hear. Anyway, we won't get into that, but you may have heard, and I'm saying this because I've spoken to a couple of people today, some friends and family from the UK, and they were like, one of them said something like, oh, the protests against the tourists, and the protests here are not against tourists. They're against, they're not against anybody. The protests here are to let the government of the Canary Islands know and realise that there's a limit to the amount of tourism that any island can manage. And I lived in the UK in Devon, my family live in Cornwall, so I've seen this before. And what it is that when you get lots of tourists, and again I'm really simplifying this, so I've been chatting for hours with my friends about this, but when you get a lot of tourists coming to a place, the people who own properties obviously can charge much more to somebody for a week's holiday than they would for like a long-term let. So what's happening, and it, like I say, happens in not just Devon and Cornwall, but tourist areas in the UK, is that for people who are working often in the tourist industry where wages are low, can't afford to rent properties, or there aren't enough properties for them to rent. So that's what the protests are about. The people of the Canary Islands are not saying, don't come here, tourists, we don't want you. They are just making it known. And I think the tagline for their protest is something like Canary Islands has a limit. And I agree. There has to be a balance. My sister and I were talking about this earlier. She lives in Cornwall, and she was sort of saying, you know, it's not that places don't want tourists, but there has to be a balance. Like, she lives in Bude, and she was saying that there's some locals there who are having to live in the Premier Inn with their children because it's cheaper than renting somewhere in Bude, because, you know, they're all up Airbnbs and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm fully aware, very interested in all this kind of stuff, because obviously I live here now. This is my home. We did talk about going to the protest, which is in Rosario, but I had a Zoom call with my dad and my sister arranged today, and I wanted to honour that. And also, we are on this non-lucrative visa, and we have to keep squeaky clean. So, yeah, I would have liked to have gone to show support, but yeah, I have to be a little bit careful. There's another protest actually next week, which is to do with mining here and rare earth minerals, which again I'd really like to go to, but I don't think I'm going to. So yeah, I just wanted to make reference to it, but there's a lot of other YouTube channels that will talk a lot more about stuff like this. But as I've said before, I like to keep my channel a bit light-hearted. It is just, you know, it's just for entertainment, and yeah, so that's why I'm not talking a lot about it. Having said that, I've now talked for 5 minutes about it. I better go and make dinner. Just one more thing before I go and make dinner. Often when I'm doing my channel, I'll do a little chatty thing, and then I go away afterwards and I think, oh, I forgot to say that. So sometimes if I leave something out or don't say it, you know, or it's not because I don't know it, it's because I've just forgotten. And I was thinking about it, like when I'm having a conversation with my friends, for example, I talk, then they say something, and so you kind of have time to, you know, gather your thoughts and listen to their response. But when it's just you talking, it's really, I don't know, it's difficult sometimes. So I hope I don't come across as completely stupid and ignorant and rambling. But yeah, I was just thinking about it earlier, that it's like having a kind of a one-way conversation with nobody to stop you for a minute. Anyway, just my random thoughts. Dinner time. It's Sunday morning, and I don't know what the time is because my Fitbit's got the wrong time on it, because I haven't worn it for so long and it ran out of charge completely.
9 o'clock.
No, it's 9 o'clock according to Martin.
According to the sun.
According to the sun. We're down at the Atlantico. We're going to do quite a long walk, and on the way round we're going to pop into Fun in the Sun. I'm going to have a vegetarian breakfast, I've already decided. And I've worn my Fitbit today just to see how many steps we do. So hopefully it will be, you know, 10 to 12,000. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, let's go. was a good walk and a delicious veggie breakfast. I'm just going to video call one of my friends back in the UK, and I've still got a bit of studying to do actually this afternoon for my OU courses, so I'm going to get on with that. I'm just going to give this bathroom thing a clean because it's got a bit dusty, but obviously I'm going to sit outside in the sun and do it, and it will dry quicker, and also then I can just have a bit of a stock take of the toiletries and that. And when we go to Mercadona tomorrow, I'll get some, I like to have like a spare of each thing in stock, so I know what I need to buy. I'm just sat outside. I've done a bit of studying and I've just been doing a bit of planning as well. We've got something quite exciting coming up next week, which you will see in next week's vlog. And I've also been making a shopping list for tomorrow, which I'm going to try and stick to, because I've been a bit random with the shopping lately and we end up with so much stuff. I need to use some of it up. I haven't had any lunch because obviously we had the big breakfast, so I'm going to get the dinner on the go soon. But it made me think that I quite like having like a big breakfasty brunch type thing and then just having my dinner. So whether I might start doing that, just, you know, I feel I'm eating better. I'm definitely eating more healthily, mainly plant-based, not completely, but mainly plant-based. Obviously I had an egg today because I had the vegetarian breakfast. But I do quite like, sorry, there was a car going by. I do quite like this eating the big meal, kind of maybe 10, 11 o'clock, and then having my dinner. And I think here over the summer when it's hot, I probably won't want like a big lunch. And as I said, I'm eating healthily, but I'm still eating too much. So although I have lost a tiny bit of weight, I'm not losing as much as I would like. So I think after next week, I think I'm going to try that and see how I get on. I suppose in a way it's a form of intermittent fasting. But yeah, I think I'll give that a go. So I'm going to actually just go for another little walk now, because I've done about 10,000 steps, but I like to do 12,000 every day. So I'm going to do another little walk and then I'm going to get the dinner. I'm just using up all the vegetables that are in the fridge, because we're obviously going to go shopping tomorrow, and I like to make sure that I don't waste anything. So with tonight's dinner, we're going to have some Marmite roasted carrots. So I'm just going to roast these carrots in the oven, and then, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes before they're done, I'm going to drizzle over some Marmite. And then I had a big thing of celery, so I've cut some of it up with an onion, and I'm just going to put that in the fridge. And I've also got some tomato passata in the fridge, so tomorrow I'll make that into a pasta sauce. And then the rest of the celery I've just diced up really small. I've still got a little bit more to do, and that will just go in the freezer. And then next time I make like a pasta sauce or something, I can just take some out and bung it in there, and then that way nothing's going to waste. It is actually 11 o'clock on Monday and we're in Costa d'Antigua. We parked here earlier and walked into Caleta, went to the post office, had a coffee, walked back along the coastal path, which was lovely, and we've just sat by the outdoor gym there and eaten some overnight oats, and now we're off to do the shopping because it's Monday.
Yay!
Yay! China shop and Mercadona, here we come. We're back now from doing the supermarket shopping, and I just thought I'd show you, not the whole supermarket shop because I feel like I've already done a few hauls in this vlog, and we didn't buy much actually food because we've still got quite a bit, but I just thought I'd show you the toiletries that I stocked up on because I was chatting about them when I cleaned that bathroom thing, just in case anyone's interested. I really like this shampoo. This one's from Mercadona. It's called the Plex Repair, and yeah, I'm just getting on well with this one. I think this was €2.75. You know, there's over here, to be fair, there's quite a lot of choice with things, and I have been trying a few different ones, but this is my favourite, and so I just thought I'd get another one to keep it in stock. And then to go with it, I got the Plex Repair serum, and I kind of use this as a conditioner. Now this is €4, which obviously is quite a lot because it's a small thing, but you literally need to use just a tiny amount, so I don't mind that. And then I also got this because my hairdresser suggested getting like a leave-in conditioner thing for over here, because obviously I go in the sea and the swimming pool, so this is like an instant sort of spray conditioner, which normally I wouldn't use these, but she did suggest it, and I've not tried this one before, so I'll let you know how that goes. I picked up a spare deodorant because I like to have a spare one. Oh, this was €2, I think. The deodorant is 85 cents. I got one of these olive oil creams. I tend to use like a variety of creams, and sometimes I spend a bit more. In fact, I got one for my face a few weeks ago that was €40, which was a lot, from the chemist. It was like a branded one for like an oil for my face, but I don't normally spend that much, I have to say. And this one is an olive oil cream, and it's €1.50, and it's actually quite nice, to be fair. So Martin quite likes that one as well. I got a spare refill for our mosquito plug-in thing. That was €1.90. I got some aloe vera face wipes because I'm really good in the morning at like washing my face and cleansing and everything, but in the evening I sometimes don't do it. So I thought if I have this with like all my nighttime like face creams in a little basket, I can just, even whilst I'm sitting on the sofa watching the telly, I can cleanse my face and put my cream on. So that's good. I can't, oh, they were €1, I think. I got some lip balm, which is the Sun Protect one. Every day I put sun cream on at factor 30, and I also put a lip thing on which is factor 15. So actually the one I've got might be more, but anyway, that will do for now. That was €1.50, I think, or maybe 1.20. And then last but not least, these were €1, just some nail files. So that's all the like spare toiletry things that I've bought. I'm actually going to finish the vlog now because I've got stuff to do this afternoon with a friend, so I wouldn't be vlogging that. And then tomorrow I've got Spanish class. Again, I've got stuff, a friend wants some help with something, so I wouldn't be vlogging that. So I will see you in next week's vlog, and we've got something quite exciting next week. Well, I hope it's exciting, so you'll see that. Thank you so much for watching, and as always for all your lovely comments. I hope everybody's well, and we'll see you in next week's vlog. Bye.